Xin chào mọi người, mình là Thu Hồng đây. Hôm nay đọc thêm được mấy câu nữa rồi. Nhưng mình sẽ nghĩ ngày mai mình sẽ có một học để hiệu quả học thuộc hơn. Cùng đón chờ mình với nhé. This lecture will be about the science of acoustics, the study of sound in relation to urban environments such as cities. As an acoustic engineer myself, I think this is an area where we're likely to see great changes. In the past, researching urban soundscapes was simple. We measured the noise. We measured the sound in decibels. So I used to take my sound meter and I measured the noise somewhere, and then I might ask a sample of people to say at what level the sound became annoying. With data like this, acoustic engineers have been able to build up what we call noise maps of the sound environment. But actually, these aren't a lot of use. What they do show is highest noise levels are general on roads. Well, that's not really very amazing. But there's quite a lot going on that these maps don't show, because they can't capture the complex way varies over time. So they ignore important issues such as the noise someone might hear from the open windows or gardens of their neighbors. We don't have any databases on this sort of information. As well as that, these records of sound take no account of the fact that people vary in their perceptions of noise. Someone like me, with years of working in acoustics, might be very different from you in that regard. But anyway, even though these maps are very crude, they've been useful in providing information and raising awareness that noise matters. We need to deal with it, and so it's a political matter. And that's important. We need rules and regulations, because noise can cause all sorts of problems. Those of you who are city dwellers know things go on 24 hours a day. So city dwellers often suffer from interrupted sleep. That is so known. That noise can lead a rising levels of stress, rising in levels of stress due to changes in the body due to physical changes in the body affecting the composition of the blood, and there are other problems as well. If school, for instance, if school children don't have a quiet place to study, their work will suffer. Now, one problem with decibel measurement is that it doesn't differentiate between different types of noise. Some types of sound that most people would probably think of as nice and relaxing might well score quite highly in decibel. Think of a sound made by a fountain in a town square, for example. That's not necessarily something we want to control or reduce. So maybe researchers consider these sort of sounds in urban design. This is going to be tricky because measuring decibel level isn't going to help us here. Instead, many researchers are using social science techniques, studying people's emotional response to sound by using questionnaires and so on.